Alright, so this is how to run a car amp and a sub off of your computer. So the main problem with bringing that into the house is that runs off of 12 volt DC. Obviously you can't just plug it into a wall outlet. That's 120 volt AC. So I did a little looking up on the internet, and you know what just so happens to put out 12 volt DC? Your computer. So we happen to have an old one in the basement from 1998, I believe. And this is the power box out of it. Nothing too complex. Out this end is the cord, plugs right into the wall, and out this end is the turn it on and off. Good old analog switch there, and then a bunch of wires, which we'll get to. The power box is on pretty much every computer, located in the top back of the computer. That's what this top vent here is in general, with the heat blowing out of it when it's on. That's that on this, at least. This would be the back of the computer sticking out there. And okay, so what you pull out of it once you get it apart is this. It's got a power line, it's got an on-off switch, at least an older one like this does, and then a big old tangle of wires coming out. So the idea here is to power an amp. So I did a little looking on the internet, and it turns out that, and as far as I know this is universal, the yellow wires are 12 volt positive DC. The black wires, negative. So what I did is just took you know, 3 of them, and by the way, I clipped these wires off of these style connectors, 4-hole. As you can, hang on. As you can see here, it's a clipped yellow wire, a clipped black wire there. Maybe you can't see. I don't know. This camera sucks, but yeah, on this power box specifically, there were 3 of them. Yeah, 3 of them. There are also other clips coming off of it. These style clips. These go to the motherboard, I believe. I just didn't use any of those, so we'll kind of ignore those. But I used all 3 wires just purely for the reason that you know, I figure these kind of draw a lot of amps, so you know, you use 3 wires, kind of like having one bigger wire. Spliced the 3 and the 3, positive, negative, into just an old piece of you know, indoor power cord, pretty standard. I harvested it off you know, some old lamp or something. That runs right down to the amp. Got it to the, you know, it's the positive here. Goes to the positive, and then the what do you call it? That goes in a car, at least. It goes to the key on switch, or key on wire. So that would, you know, let it know when to turn on and whatnot. I just run it, you know, to both of them. As I don't know if you can really tell, I just ran it over to both of them, screwed it in there, ran it over the top, screwed it in there, and then this is just the negative. Because I mean, you don't really need a key on here. Obviously, it's just the on-off switch here, so it's on or off. And as you can see, it's on right now. Just turn it on. We got the green light there, and yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I know this doesn't really apply to everybody who might try to do this, purely for the reason that not everybody has an old computer laying around, but this is definitely a good way to do it. And I've heard some people say that you don't get enough power out of those, the old computer supplies, you know, or enough amps, I should say. And I don't know, I've run this thing for, you know, a long time and pretty loud, and I've never had any problem with it. Sure, the little green light there will dim just a bit if the bass hits really hard or something, but And as far as this goes, it has never gotten hot at all. It stays cold to the touch the entire time. Fan's blowing out air here, keeping it nice and cool. So that's pretty much straightforward. Just the yellow wires and the black wires. Right to just how you'd connect it in a car. Okay. And the next video will be how I actually connected the sound out of my computer to that